It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. And it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texans, and NRG Stadium. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this week.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game. They tend to have the advantage.
Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from Houston. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Taking off, and he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They run with the longtime Bengal, Joe Mixon. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So, here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic. And he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. 1st-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
And not a whole lot going to come from that one. To about the 39. Here's a 2nd and 9. This one complete to Palmer. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. Open man is the tight end, Disley. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. That is a big play for L.A. And even 30 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Now Herbert again. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now a play fake. Herbert. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston. And he's in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown Chargers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Texans offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Derwin James, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
He'll get this out to the left flat. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. The Chargers out to the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Third and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense and receiver Quentin Johnston set to take over once more. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. Off he goes. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
That one complete to Johnston. Oh, big hole left side. And he will go all the way. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, Los Angeles. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Kicker now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chargers move out on top, 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Texans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Now, Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Back to throw. Stroud. He's back to Schultz. He's got it again. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. Oh, and Collins is wide open. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And he will score. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans are on the board. It's now 14-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Here's Ladd McConkey to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. on the ground. Here's Dobbins. And a short pickup past the 25. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the free agent pickup from Baltimore. It's Gus Edwards. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, L.A. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Not much there, maybe a yard. So we hit halftime, and the visiting Chargers are on top, as we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our halftime report. We were treated to a fine first half from running back J.K. Dobbins. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. First and 10. Herbert to throw. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A run with Dobbins. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Third and a yard. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Now it's Dobbins. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
He connects with Palmer on that one. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
They'll try and run for the first down with Edwards.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
On fourth down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. The veteran Robert Woods goes back to return. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Texans offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Mechie, the man in motion. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Mixon. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6, as they convert on 3rd down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. Down to the 10. And he's going to be brought down.
They've talked about the locker room at the halftime break. Seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be down close gets to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Fairbairn, good on the point out. And the Texans draw closer here. It's 21-14. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Throwing, Herbert. He connects with Disley. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Throwing now is Herbert. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Daniil Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Here's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you would love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This returnable from inside his own 40. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. Oh, yeah. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's 1st and 10. Now, Stroud. The throw on the run is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing is Stroud. That is caught. What a throw. Robert Woods. Touchdown, Texans. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. Even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Herbert. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Tight end on the move left. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He's going to look for the home run ball to the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Chargers. like every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Going after now from Dicker. The kick is good. And the Chargers go up by 7, 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. They try to work the screen with Nixon. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now, 2nd and 4. To throw is Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. And he will score. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. Now an opening past the 30. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
I mean, you talk about a potentially game-changing play. I mean, that's a big one right there. They've just lost the lead. It's a tie game late. and he takes the kickoff and nearly springs it the distance.
The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's first down. They'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up downfield with McConkey. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. Talk things over before third down. Dobbins, and he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. J.K. Dobbins, touchdown Los Angeles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. There's Nico Collins and his Texans teammates getting set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Here's first and 10. Stroud to throw. That one underneath here to Mixon. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's second down. To throw, it's Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That is brought in. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a two-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for two, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it two-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
And now the decision is go for two. That's a gutsy call, and really, in effect, it's ball game right here. They look to run with Mixon. And he'll get in. An incredible gutsy call. Pays off. They've taken the lead by one.
Great decision here, Mike. This was made well before that touchdown score. You want to win the game in regulation. You don't want to play for a tie and take your chances in overtime because there's less than a minute. Not a ton of time for your opponent to go down and kick a field goal. This is the right move, and we'll see if it pays off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. So it's a win here for the Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching ball to will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops their opponents did. That's the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.